Hello students, hope you all are doing well and excited to learn more about acids, bases and salts. So let's begin. Today I am going to tell you about chemical properties of acids and bases. So our first reaction is reaction of acids and bases with metals. Reaction of acids with metals. When acids react with metals, they form metal salt and hydrogen gas will be released. See, the basic reaction will be acid plus metal give rise to salt plus hydrogen gas. In this, the example we have taken of zinc. Zinc is the metal. It reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid in a test tube. And what will be formed? ZnCl2, the salt, and hydrogen gas. Next reaction is of bases with metals. In this also, when bases react with metals to evolve hydrogen gas, also it is to be noted that all metals do not react with the bases. The metal which must be more reactive than the metal present in the base for the reaction to take place. So it is necessary that the metal which the base will react, that metal must be more reactive than the metal which is present in the base itself. Only then the reaction will taken place, otherwise it will not. So what will form in the reaction? Again the salt and the hydrogen gas. For example, in this also we have taken zinc granules which will react with the base sodium hydroxide solution to form the salt sodium zincate and hydrogen gas will be evolved. In this, the hydrogen gas release can be tested. Now if we want to test whether the gas release will be hydrogen or not, we will bring close a burning candle near the gas bubble, so it will burst with the pop sound. So it confirms that the gas released will be hydrogen gas. So in both the cases, with acids and bases, always the salt will formed and the hydrogen will evolved out. Next chemical property is reaction of acids with metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates or metal bicarbonates. In this, acids react with metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates to form salt, carbon dioxide and water. Now in this, carbon dioxide will also formed along with the salt and water. Then first of all, we have taken acid HCl and it reacts with metal carbonate. Calcium is metal and carbonate CaCO3. So it will form CaCl2 plus water H2O and plus carbon dioxide. In the similar way, when we react the metal hydrogen carbonate, or we can say that metal bicarbonate with the acid. So the example we have taken of magnesium hydrogen carbonate with sulfuric acid. So magnesium sulfate, the salt and the water and carbon dioxide is liberated out. So the effervescence which indicates the liberation of the CO2 gas. H2 gas can be detected with the help of that burning candle experiment, so it will produce pop sound. But CO2 gas, the effervescence shows or indicates the presence of CO2 gas. So in this way, acids react with the both metal carbonates as well as metal hydrogen carbonates. But bases do not react with metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates. Why bases do not react with metal carbonates and metal bicarbonates? Because metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates are itself bases, and when base react with base, nothing will be formed. So bases do not react with metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates. Next reaction is of reaction of acids and bases with each other. Now what will happen when acid and base react with each other? So they will also form salt and water. We will call this reaction as neutralization reaction, because when a base react with acid it will form salt and water, and little bit of heat is also released. So in we call it as neutralization reaction. Why? Because the base will neutralize the effect of acid and a salt will form. For example, HCl plus NaOH give rise to NaCl plus water. See, in this Na will get reacted with the Cl from the hydrochloric acid, and H and OH will form the water. So salt, NaCl, sodium chloride, and water is formed. So we just simply called it as neutralization reaction. It is a very important reaction. Next important chemical property is reaction of non-metallic oxides with bases. As you know, non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature, so it will react with the base. And when acid react with base, what will form? Salt and water. So now I think now it is clear to you, when an acid and base will react, always a salt and water plus little bit of heat is produced. So non-metallic oxides which are acidic in nature, so they will react with base and form salt and water. But when metallic oxides react, now metallic oxides are here basic in nature, so obviously they will react with the acids, and what will form? Salt and water. So here are the examples given of both the non-metallic oxides with bases and metallic oxides with acids. Now what are the similarities between all acids and all bases? See, all acids have H positive ions in common, and they will produce H positive ions. Acids produce H positive ions in solution, which are responsible for their acidic properties, and all bases have OH negative ions in common. So all bases produce OH negative ions, and which are responsible for their basic properties. See, for example, HCl, it is also having H positive ions. H2SO4, 2H positive ions are there. HNO3, nitric acid, here also H positive ions. And for example, if we take an example of bases, so sodium hydroxide, NaOH, potassium hydroxide, KOH, calcium hydroxide, CaOH का twice. In all the examples of bases, OH negative ions are present. So these are the similarities between all acids and all bases. So now what will happen when acids and bases are dissolved in water? See, when we add water to acids and bases, ultimately they will dissociate into their respective ions and help in conducting electricity. You very well know that acids produce H positive ions in presence of water. So, and H positive cannot exist alone. So, it will react with the H2O molecules present in the water and form H3O positive. When H2O plus one more H positive will react with it, so it will form H3O positive. We called it as hydronium ions. In the similar way, when bases dissolved in water, they give OH negative ions, and I have already told you that bases soluble in water are called alkali. So while diluting acids, it should be recommended that acid should be added to water and not water to acid, because the process of dissolving an acid or a base in water is highly exothermic. So if we want to add water in an acid, so always add acid to the water, so that the heat produced will be neutralized by or accommodated by the water molecules present around. Otherwise, it will be a highly exothermic reaction. Now tell me, what is the difference between a base and an alkali? Bases undergo neutralization reaction with acids. They form salt and water. Mostly bases comprised of metal oxides, metal hydroxides, metal carbonates and metal bicarbonates. So most of them are insoluble in water, but an alkali is always an aqueous solution of a base, and these are mainly metallic hydroxides. It dissolves in water and dissociates to give OH negative ions. So we can say that all alkalis are bases, but not all bases are alkalis, because alkali is always having a base and it will be dissolved in the water, but there are many bases that will be insoluble in water. So all alkalis are bases, but not all bases are alkalis.